In today's episode, I get rare access to London's most exclusive terminal drop-off. Licenses and vehicles are being checked on the Mall. And of course, we play another round of Guess the Fare with 2 drop-offs. Hey, good morning, you gorgeous crazy cats. It's October the 16th. I'm doing a midweek shift on Tariff 1. Now, recently I've just been doing Tariff 2s on Saturdays and Sundays. So, starting earlier today, getting out of the apartment about 7 in the morning. And we have one winner for Guess the Fare from the last episode. Well done at Abdallah Hazmadpour. You got it spot on with £39.60. Don't forget to DM me or email me with your details so I can send you off a fine woven key tag. Autumn is upon us for this Thursday shift. It's an early start. I'm just heading out now, 20 past 7. The type of work I'm going to be getting today will be off the street and a little bit of app work, hopefully with the integrated app here, Jump, which is in the payment system. So the normal journey eastwards into town along the Uxbridge Road, heading towards Holland Park Roundabout and my favourite hotel, as everyone knows. But I didn't make it there. First job was Shepherd's Bush. Just been called in off Shepherd's Bush Green. Some ladies waving to me outside this house here. Looks like first job of the day is on the way. Hi, you're right. And away we go. Shepherd's Bush Green. I'm picking up on the left. It's a one-way system around here. Towards the Holland Park Roundabout. Leave the Holland Park Roundabout by the prestigious Holland Park Avenue. That's my hotel on the right, the one I normally get my first job from, but not today. I picked up before I got to the Kensington Hilton. So forward on Holland Park Avenue. Lots of people waking up trying to get to work this morning. I am hitting the rush hour, something you don't see on a Saturday and Sunday shift on Tariff 2. Forward onto Notting Hill now, heading in an easterly direction, New Cavendish Street. The number the lady's given me is at the Great Portland Street end, so I'm going to use my cabbie privilege and head down Oxford Street and stay out of the traffic. Forward on the Bayswater Road coming up to Lancaster Gate. Please consider subscribing, folks. It's absolutely free if you enjoy this type of content. I'm publishing currently every fortnight. Off we go. Plenty of traffic here. So I went round the back, Strathern Place, then Hyde Park Square, and then jumped down onto Hyde Park Street. Just to get to the front of that queuing traffic at the lights of Victoria Gate. Left onto the Bayswater Road now. Let me out, you big red bus. Thank you very much. Buses are staying in the left in the taxi lane. The bus lane. And I'm staying in the bus lane as well. Get to the likes of Marble Arch. Forward Marble Arch and then forward Oxford Street. Now you'll see once I get through the lights past Selfridges, well, there's absolutely no traffic at all. And this is why black cabbies like me love using Oxford Street in the morning, because it's totally empty before 10 o'clock and you can just get a straight line into the city. I know I'm not going into the city, but this is a mover. No traffic at all, crossing over Oxford Circus here. Then left turn onto Great Portland Street, right turn onto Mortimer Street once I get to the lights. Left turn Great Titchfield Street, left turn onto New Cavendish Street at the top. I'll set neatly down on the left. Thanks very much. Thank you. Right, job number 1 completed. And that was Shepherd's Bush Green to New Cavendish Street. Okay, nice little job. Gets me into town. Harley Street around here, New Cavendish Street, Great Portland Street. Let's mosey on back towards Park Lane, maybe hang about the hotel, see what's happening down there for job number 2. Kept it pretty simple, to be honest. Just went down New Cavendish Street in a westward direction, left into Welbeck Street. And obviously it's morning time, people jumping in and out of hotels. Let's try the Marylebone Hotel. Morning.
Morning, go to Paddington.
Okay, no problem. No right turn, Bulstrode Street, roadworks at the end, left to Queen Anne Street, left to Wimpole Street. So this is the best way to do it anyway. Just head up to the Marylebone Road as quickly as you can and jump in that bus lane, forward Upper Wimpole Street, forward Devonshire Place. Now left turn on to the Marylebone Road, and then I'm in the bus lane, and I'm going to be dropping off this passenger at the correct drop-off point at the back inside the station, as they have huge amounts of luggage. Sometimes, if you don't know and you don't watch this channel regularly, we do drop off at the front on the passenger's request, and they walk down the ramp. Jump up onto the Marylebone flyover, bear left into the Harrow Road, by Harrow Road roundabout. Loads of cabs trying to get into the station. Bit of a queuing system going on here. Forward Bishopsbridge Road, left into station approach, right turn, set down on left. Thank you very much, sir. Cheers. Thank you very much. Okay, nicely done. Job number 2, I'm at Paddington station, so I might as well rank up here. And to be honest, there wasn't any ranking up to be done. All I had to do was U-turn and join the rank, which hardly existed because it was so busy in the morning. After figuring out who was next and jostling around between number plates, I realised that I was in the right lane and the right person came to me once they popped out of the station. Hiya. Do you want a hand with the bags?
Yes.
Yeah, no problem. And of course, baggage handling is free. We love to dive in and help the passengers. Right, we're off to Palace Court. Leave Paddington station by station approach and then left turn onto the Bishopsbridge Road. Not a huge job here, but they all count, like I said, and a nice flag fall. Forward Westbourne Grove after Bishopsbridge Road. Left onto the Garway Road. Forward Leicester Square. Forward and right Princess Square. Left Hereford Road. Left onto the Moscow Road. Then we'll do a right turn onto Palace Court. Set down on land. Okay, just take the lady out with the bags. Job number 3 completed. First cash job of the day. From Palace Court, basically just did a left turn onto the Bayswater Road and headed east into town. And then this happened. Inhale down. See what this gentleman wants. Yep, we're off to Hamley's, Britain's most prestigious toy shop in Regent Street. And these people are going to buy their grandkids some toys and take them back to Italy. Okay. Keep going down the Bayswater Road. We've got Lancaster Gate on our left. Going to see a lot of the Bayswater Road today, just to let you know, folks. In the meantime, I've got to take my medicine with the red lights at Westbourne Street, and it's taking quite a while. Sometimes I cut down the private road on the left, but there was a car parked in the middle of it. So that was not an option today. I let the van out. That's really nice of me. And still we get another red light. Okay, we're through. Thank God for that. And we're through the green light again. Victoria Gate on the right. That's an entrance to the park. No right turns. Stay on the Bayswater Road. Jump in the left lane because I'm going to be jumping onto the bus lane like I did earlier when I did that job to New Cavendish Street. Whiz all the way down, past all the traffic on the right. Right turn here. And now I'm going to be looking for a left turn on to Upper Brook Street. Past the prestigious Rosewood Hotel on the right, forward Grosvenor Square, right Grosvenor Square, and then forward and left Carlos Place, left Mount Street, and right Davis Street, comply Berkeley Square. The art fair is on, hence the huge marquees, by the way. Left Bruton Street, wait for the lights on New Bond Street, get through those lights. And I'll be dropping this couple off just a little bit before on the left, before we jump onto Regent Street. Thank you. Ciao. Some nice passengers from Italy. Wouldn't it be amazing to speak the language of every international passenger that I get in this cab? Having the ability to speak a second language in this job brings endless rewards. I learnt the hard way. Heaps of books, loads of dictionaries and outdated memorization techniques. If only I'd known about today's video sponsor, Rosetta Stone. Rosetta Stone offer dynamic immersion methods that make memorization easy. There's no repeating lines of text for hours and hours. Images and words are presented together, so natural connections are made. Rosetta Stone is a learning companion that you can take anywhere in the world and learn in your own time. On the train to work, in between meetings, when you're traveling to a new city abroad, or simply relaxing at home. Just 13 hours of learning with Rosetta Stone is equivalent to a whole semester's learning in college. So why not sign up today? Rosetta Stone are offering an incredible 60% off a lifetime subscription. This gives you access to 25 languages for life. Simply scan the QR code or click on the link below in the description and you will save hundreds of pounds off a lifetime subscription. Thank you Rosetta Stone for sponsoring today's video, and let's go and hunt down job number 5. Instigated a U-turn on Conduit Street, headed towards Berkeley Square, down onto Berkeley Street, a right turn, as you can see, on to Piccadilly. Piccadilly then takes me down to, oh, hang on, Hyde Park Corner, Hyde Park Corner. What hotel's near Hyde Park Corner? I think we know, don't we? Hello, the Peninsula, once again. Okay, I have been called in. Now, it's good to see the people looking after the door here coming out and waving the taxis in instead of using an app to bring in the taxis, which is very annoying because sometimes a driver can be sitting out on the rank and another driver drives in on an app job to pick up the job, which is not the thing to do. Okay, here we are. Welcome to the Peninsula, folks.
Hi, Chanel in Sloane Street.
Chanel Sloane Street, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, no problem. Little job here, we're off the Channel in Sloane Street, which is right next to Louis Vuitton. Okay, left Grosvenor Crescent, comply Belgrave Square, short job but a great flagful. All the way around Belgrave Square, left West Halking Street, forward Cadogan Place. Gonna do a right onto Sloane Street and set down on the left for Channel.
Thanks very much. Job number 5, a tiddler.
Thinking to myself, U-turn, head down towards Sloane Square and see how the ranks on Sloane Square are faring today. And things were looking very promising. All the feeders were empty and there was just one cab at the front rank. So around I went.
Right, all the way around. One taxi on the rank. Thank you very much. Job number 6 on the way. Wrong.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, you right?
Fine, thanks. Could you take us to Portland? I'll give you the address.
We're going to Great Portland Street to one of the clinics. Okay, well, oh yes, with a little drop off at Selfridges first. Start this job going all the way around Sloane Square, the newly refurbished Sloane Square, forward Clifton Place, forward Eaton Gate, and then into Thomas Cubitt's Eaton Square. Need that left turn onto Belgrave Place now, which I get past the waterworks, all the way around Belgrave Square, which we've just come from, and now queuing on Grosvenor Crescent as we're down to one lane with some more roadworks just as we enter Grosvenor Crescent. Past the Peninsula, which was home of job number 5, and we'll get to the end of Hyde Park Corner, all the way around left onto Park Lane, jumping in and out of the bus lane. Plenty of time to do this job. The lady was not in a rush and liked to talk a lot about the airlines that she'd been flying over the last few years. Right onto Brookgate, forward Upper Brook Street. We've been down this road already today when we were travelling towards Regent Street. And then Grosvenor Square, forward left Duke Street. First drop off. Her relatives are going to be dropped off at Selfridges because they'd like to spend some money into the shop that sells fridges. We will carry on our mission to Great Portland Street. I noticed Wigmore Street was absolutely chock-a-block, no right turn forward. Duke Street, comply Manchester Square, lead by Manchester Street. We're going to head up through Marylebone for this one. Right Blandford Street here, past the Tudor-style pub on the corner. Left and right Airbrook Street. This cuts out a lot of Marylebone High Street. Left Marylebone High Street or right Weymouth Street, and this is a case of heading east now all the way towards Great Portland Street, but not all the way to the end. No left turn onto Great Portland Street at the end of Weymouth Street, so left Hallam Street, right Devonshire Street, and then left Great Portland Street.
Thanks again. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, might as well head round to Harley Street here and see what's happening down the upmarket Medical Street. Jumped up onto the Marylebone Road and then left into Harley Street. The traffic was that bad that I turned off into Devonshire Street early. Just needed to get out of it. Cut through Marylebone, then Baker Street. Traffic was bad down there. Cut across to Gloucester Place, then through Portman Square. Right turn onto Oxford Street. And finally, my 7th job was waiting for me just outside Primark.
Where would you like? Eton. Okay, no problem.
Now, I'm pretty sure you could call this out there. Leave on left Oxford Street, left Marble Arch, forward Park Lane, all the way down towards Hyde Park Corner. We'll turn off Hamilton Place first. It's just coming up and into the hotel. Sit down on right.
I'll be careful, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a nice day, sir.
Thank you. Not a cash job.
Job number 7, a little tiddler. But we know I love little tiddlers.
Yep, as a lot of you know, I like to keep that £4.20 flag full ticking over as fast as I can, so small jobs are no problem for me at all. So cutting through Marylebone here. No, I'm not. I'm cutting through Mayfair. They both begin with M. Got confused. And I'm not being too imaginative. I'm just going to head up towards the Dorchester. And it wasn't a bad idea because the rank there was empty. And before long, I was on point.
Okay, I'm on the Dorchester rank here. And also, I've got 45 Park Lane on my left. So 2 chances of getting a job.
First cab moved off and I was moving on, and I didn't have to wait too long because things were happening very quickly outside the Dorchester.
Okay, I've got the call from the doorman and I'm going in. Hi, where would you like to go?
The Royal Horse Guards Hotel.
Away we go to Whitehall Place, leave on left Park Lane, head south towards Hyde Park Corner. Okay, we go around there a lot, I know, comply Hyde Park Corner, and this time leave by Constitution Hill. Changing of the guard is over. The Constitution of the Hill is open, and now I stay in the left lane and I queue for a green light to give me a left turn onto the prestigious Mall. The Mall is not too busy today, and lots of police are checking licenses with TFL wardens on the left side. I'll talk about that a little later. Anyway, they let me go through. I guess they saw I had a passenger in the back. Heading forward now on the Mall towards Admiralty Arch, which is being converted into a hotel, a Waldorf hotel, I think. And it's taking so long because apparently they're building a huge ballroom underneath the Mall at the moment. Reverse into Trafalgar Square, comply King Charles I roundabout, leave by Whitehall. Then we'll do a left turn Whitehall Court once I get down to the light, and a right onto Whitehall Place, set down on the left.
Thanks again. There we go. I think that was job number 8. The Dorchester Hotel to the Horse Guards Hotel on Whitehall Place. You might have noticed on the Mall, just past Buckingham Palace up there, we had the police and TFL checking vehicles. Now that can happen to us. I wasn't called in. Maybe they saw that I had a passenger in the back. But at any point, you could get a stop on the street by the police or TFL. They will check your insurance. They will check you are wearing your badge, and they will check your bill right here. So you must provide those when requested. If not, you can get a stop notice and you will be off the road until those conditions are met.
I made my way out of the administrative centre of government here in Whitehall, turned left, Downing Street on the right, heading towards Parliament Square, through a right on to Broad Sanctuary past the Abbey, and then headed up Victoria Street because Victoria Street normally offers me a job, and it wasn't going to let me down today. And for a change, it wasn't Paddington.
Hi.
Davy Street, please.
Davis Street.
Leave on the left Victoria Street, stay in the right lane past the lights. Everything's in a single lane here because of the roadworks, and that gets me over Buckingham Palace Road on to Grosvenor Gardens. Grosvenor Gardens, bear right, and then Grosvenor Place. Here we are, heading north towards, we go through here a lot, don't we guys? Hyde Park Corner, all the way around. Park Lane looks really busy, so I'm going to head to Half Moon Street off Piccadilly. Keep heading in an easterly direction, waiting for that left turn onto Half Moon Street, and then 2 lorries had blocked the road. As you can see, we have to wait and squeeze through there. Finally get to the end of Half Moon Street, left onto Curzon Street, right Queen Street, right Charles Street, and then left into Berkeley Square. Look at the people here for the art fair. It's incredible, absolutely jam-packed at lunchtime. Just going to get up towards that slightly slidey left turn onto Mount Street, and then it'll be forward to Davis Street. Took me ages to get up here. Then finally set down on left.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Job number 9.
Things were indeed buzzing in Mayfair, especially with the art shows on in Berkeley Square and Regent's Park, by the way. It's a busy old week in the art industry. Forward then Grosvenor Street, past the Rosewood Hotel, Grosvenor Square. Now I'm in North Audley Street. Now I'm getting strangely drawn back to the Dorchester Hotel. What is it with that place? Anyway, right turn, before you know it, I'm ranked up again for a double Dorchester.
All the way round from Davis Street through Mayfair. I'm at the Dorchester again. Double Dorchester for job number 10.
Well, that didn't take long, and we were off to Tony Blair's old residence, Connaught Square.
Connaught Square.
Keep it simple for this one, just jump out onto Park Lane. Don't want to go back through Mayfair and come out to Grosvenor Street. Let's just do right Killy's Way, right Park Lane. Now go left into the bus lane mark to save a bit of time. Head north towards Marble Arch, left and right Cumberland Gate, right Marble Arch, left Edgware Road, left Seymour Street, and set down on left.
Have a great day. Thank you. Connaught Square was where Tony Blair's residence was. There used to be 2 policemen standing outside a doorway on the left here, 24/7.
I exited Connaught Village by the Bayswater Road and headed towards Marble Arch, right turned down onto Park Lane. I thought I'd have a little look around Piccadilly and St James's, as that part of town at this time of day normally offers something nicer, restaurants and private members clubs to boot. Anyway, nothing much was happening around there until I doubled backed on myself and headed up St James's Street, and that's where my next job was waiting for me.
Oh, sir, it's Paddington. Okay, no problem.
This job is going to Paddington, but it's not going to Paddington Station. It's going to Paddington Basin, around the back of the Harrow Road where the M&S HQ is. Okay, forward on St James's Street. Plenty of traffic trying to get up past Piccadilly here. Left turn is taking ages, so I'm opting for forward Albemarle Street, left Stafford Street, right Dover Street, and then it'll be a left on to Hay Hill. Do a right turn here onto Berkeley Street, comply Berkeley Square, still really busy. Forward and left Mount Street, right Carlos Place, left Grosvenor Square. We're going to go past this hotel again today. My work has been focused a lot around Mayfair today, as you've already noticed, and the Hyde Park corner. Forward Upper Grosvenor Street, cross over into Grosvenor Gate, and then we're going to do a right turn on to Park Lane. Left and right Cumberland Gate, right Marble Arch, left Edgware Road, and all the way up to the Marylebone flyover. Marylebone flyover, we're going to stop there and do a left turn onto the Harrow Road. So they're doing a bit of work here on the left just before Sussex Gardens. They are reinventing the pavements, I think, and maybe putting a cycle lane in. Well, that's what I tend to think nowadays. And as we go past the Metropole, we'll get that left turn onto the Harrow Road. Harrow Road roundabout, we won't get that far. I'll jump in, set down on that.
Right, St James's Street to Paddington Basin, basically, alongside the canal here. That's a good job. Job number 11. So far, a pretty good Thursday on Tariff 1. Oh, we haven't done Guess the Fare. Don't worry. I will be doing Guess the Fare, but yeah, lots of mediocre jobs and smaller jobs, which I like, because everybody knows I like a flagful. And I think the art fairs in Berkeley Square and Regent's Park are making quite a bit of difference.
By now, I'd made my way back to Marble Arch and Park Lane. Oh, hello, job number 12.
Park Lane for job number 12.
Hi. Oakley Street in Chelsea, please.
Right, off we go to Oakley Street in Chelsea. Leave on left Park Lane and head south towards Hyde Park Corner. Again, I don't know how many times we've been around this gyratory today. I'm getting pretty dizzy. Right, comply Hyde Park Corner. Leave by Grosvenor Crescent and just head past the Peninsula Hotel on the left, down towards Belgrave Square. Oh, and do you know what I think we should do? Yep, it's time for Guess the Fare, and this fare is going to be a bit longer than just Oakley Street, because we will not be ending up there. It's a drop off and pick up, and we'll keep on going. Right, away we go. We did Upper Belgrave, right Eaton Square, forward Cliveden Place, forward Eaton Gate, complying Sloane Square, leave by the King's Road. Then it's just a case of following the King's Road in a southwesterly direction down towards a left turn onto Oakley Street. By the way, winners of Guess the Fare will receive a fine woven key tag with Mark's Taxi Diaries on it. Listen out for the rules at the end of this particular route. Okay, onwards we go. Left turn Oakley Street, and we are picking up someone else and heading off now to the Greek Embassy. And whenever I get asked to go to the Greek Embassy, all I can think of is the knowledge, as I think it was one of the very first embassies I had to remember. Now we are limping up Oakley Street in the other direction towards Chelsea Fire Station. As you can see in the distance, left turn right Manresa Road. Go to the end here, go forward and left Chelsea Square, and then forward South Parade, and a right turn onto Old Church Street, forward Neville and Selwood Terrace, forward Onslow Gardens, and we're going to jump up onto the Queen's Gate. Heading north now on the Queen's Gate, I'll do a left turn into Stanhope Gardens once I get through that red light. Forward Stanhope Gardens, heading in a westerly direction now jump over the red light onto Harrington Gardens, not through the red light of course, right Collingham Road and northerly direction all the way up towards the Cromwell Road, and I'll be cutting through to the north end of the Earls Court Road here to get up to Holland Park. Well, that's what I thought. Things change in just a few minutes. Right onto the Marlows Road, past the Bupa Hospital on the left onto Abingdon Villas, all the way to the end there, and then a right turn onto the Earls Court Road, and then a change of mind. No Greek Embassy. We're going to Notting Hill Gate Station instead. Looks like they were early and they wanted to kill a bit of time shopping around the Notting Hill area. Okay, carry on Kensington High Street, left Camden Hill Road. This takes us all the way up towards Notting Hill. There's quite a bit of traffic and things get squeezed in and out of here. It's a bit of a pain. Get to the end, right turn, thank you very much. And I'll be setting this customer down on the left.
Thanks very much. 2 destinations and 1 thrown out destination on the way. How much do you think that came to? Leave your answers in the comments below. Don't forget, flag 4 is £4.20. It's tariff 1, and the fare increases by increments of 20 pence.
And off we go again, heading east back into town along the very familiar Bayswater Road, which we've seen many times today already. Get up to Marble Arch, do a right turn down onto our famous Park Lane and head towards, well, it's drawing me in again. I can just feel it. Hyde Park Corner. Comply Hyde Park Corner at the bottom. Oh, what hotel's on the other side of Hyde Park Corner? We're back at the Peninsula Hotel.
Back at the Peninsula for the second time today. Oh, sir.
Hilton Buckley.
Hilton Park Lane. Okay, U-turn and get up towards Hyde Park Corner. Yes, again, sorry guys. I comply Hyde Park Corner, plenty of traffic. This is a tiddly job, but it's a quick flagful. I love it. Go all the way around Hyde Park Corner for Piccadilly. Once I get through the red light, left Old Park Lane. Get up to the roundabout, sit down on right.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate.
There you go. Tiny little job at the Peninsula, but I don't mind. Those little jobs, well, that took about 5 to 6 minutes and £7.60. If you get £7.60 every 5 minutes, that's going to add up pretty quickly. So they all count.
Just driving out of Mayfair and then the bat phone went.
Good morning, angels.
Good morning, Charlie.
Right. Something just happened. Charlie job come through. SW5 to Heathrow.
Those of you who didn't know, I'm one of Charlie's ugly angels. He's a secretive private booker that contacts me with some great jobs. And this was great. SW5 to Heathrow at the end of my shift, 4:30 booking. Here I come, Glendale Gardens. And away we go to Terminal 3, right onto Collingham Gardens, head in a northerly direction towards the Cromwell Road, forward Collingham Road, and once we get a green light, we just turn left. And this is the same road that's going to take us all the way to Heathrow Airport. No left and right turns at a junction from now on, only forward we go, forward Cromwell Road West. As you can see, plenty of traffic this time of day. Get over the Warwick Road and heading up towards the North End Road. On the left and right here, so queuing up to get through the lights. We'll get over the lights at the other side and we'll jump onto Tailgarth Road going past Barons Court Station on the left. But the good thing about it, there might be plenty of traffic, but as long as it keeps moving, that's the main thing. I just got to make sure that I get this customer to Terminal 3, but not only to Terminal 3, we are going to visit for the very first time the exclusive upper class private entrance for Virgin Atlantic, and you're going to see something that you've never seen before on this video, and I rarely get to see. So a little bit more about that later at the end of this route. We are now on the Great West Road, coming up towards the Hogarth roundabout. And we'll comply with the Hogarth roundabout once we get there, and we will leave by Hogarth Lane. So I'm choosing the right lane here at the moment to keep heading in a southwesterly direction. We get up past the Fuller's Brewery on the left, all the way around Hogarth Lane, forward Great West Road, forward Cedars Road, forward Ellesmere Road, and getting through the junction at Sutton Court, I'm jumping on to the right lane here because I want to get onto that Chiswick flyover. The Chiswick flyover will be busy. It's just the 2 lanes, and we've got a feeder giving us traffic on the left side there. That slows things down a little bit. But once we get on the other side of the Chiswick flyover down onto the M4 proper, motorway number 4, we will be off like a Rockito. Just to say, folks, thanks for watching today's video. I really appreciate it if you could subscribe. If you enjoy this type of content, it really does help. Your support is very much appreciated, and subscribing is free. Okay, national speed limit, I'm up to 70 miles every hour. Yes, that's how fast we can go in the UK. Look at it. Making good progress now on the M4 and heading towards Junction 4, and that's going to give us our turn off onto the Heathrow spur. So over the elevated section there, I'll start sneaking into that left lane because I need to be in that slip road that glides me around onto the Heathrow spur. And here we are heading in a southerly direction towards Heathrow Airport and Terminal 3. Comply roundabout past the Emirates plane on the right. Ford Tunnel, approach Ford Tunnel. And then I'll get vomited out onto Cosmopolitan Way. Right, let's slow things up a little bit because we're going to get around to Terminal 3 and I'll be able to show you the exclusive upper class drop-off for Virgin Atlantic. Now, it's quite well hidden, the upper class drop-off. You've got to stay in the left lane, but before you get to Terminal 3, pull off and go into this tiny slip road with a barrier in front of it. Now you can't go anywhere until you press the buzzer and you speak to someone inside the upper class drop-off, giving them the flight details and the name of the passenger, because they will not let you in unless those correspond with the details that you give them. They need to be sure that you are dropping off an upper class customer or passenger. They won't let any Tom, Dick and Harry in here. Okay, so details are going through. And then in just a second, the barrier will be up. Up she goes, and now we're going into part of the Terminal 3 that most people hardly ever see, unless you fly upper class all the time, which I don't. Oh, how the other half live. Anyway, we now are squeezed through another heavy-duty barrier, which is like Fort Knox, and up we go following this road around to the right. The first time I tried to get into upper class, well, I missed it, and I had to go around the terminal again to get back into it, and now this is how the other half live, folks. Look at this, straight into the upper class drop-off, and there will be someone waiting to greet this passenger to upper class, and they will check them in seamlessly and take them through to the lounge where they can feast on some wonderful delights. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to Virgin Atlantic's upper class drop-off. Well, look at that, swanky, eh?
Okay, that's your lot today, and that's my lot today as well. Great finish, Heathrow Airport, that gets me home. Don't forget to leave your comments down below, and in that section, don't forget to leave your guess the fare answers. Hit the like button, hit the notifications button, hit the subscription button. I know there's a lot to do, but I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching today. Until next time, I'll see you back here.